Welcome to my channel. A short time ago, this dog was adopted from a shelter. He'd been there for so long that he'd become a regular fixture. People would come in, see him, and think, "Oh, we'll take him home." And then they'd walk past his cage and he'd stand up, wag his tail, and bark, happily. But then they'd stop and think, well, maybe we don't really have enough space or we can't have a dog in the house because of our allergies. And then they'd walk away and he'd just sit back down dejectedly. It broke the staff's hearts to see him like this, but no one could figure out why he did it. Why did he only want to go with people who couldn't take him home? It puzzled them until one day when one of the shelter workers stayed late and discovered the reason. Every single time someone walked past his cage, the dog stood up. And when they stopped by his cage, he'd get super excited, wagging his tail and barking. But when they walked away without him, he'd sigh dramatically and lay back down. The worker thought, maybe if we keep him busy, distract him with a toy or a treat, he won't be so upset when people walk by. But it didn't work. No matter what she did, he still got bummed out when people passed by. So she decided to follow him. She wanted to see where he went after people walked by, and she discovered something amazing. You see, the dog would always run to the same spot and stick his nose out, sniffing the ground. And every time he did, he would start barking furiously. The worker followed him and saw that he was barking at a specific spot in the wall. So she went over to the wall and started digging in the dirt. At first, she didn't find anything. But then she felt something hard. She brushed some of the dirt off and found a small metal plate. On the metal plate was an engraving of a paw print and the name Scout. And right next to that engraving was a date, the day that Scout had been brought to the shelter. As she stood there looking at the plate, the dog came over and laid his head on her lap. She looked down at him and realized that he wasn't just a dog who liked to greet people. He was actually a very friendly dog who was incredibly lonely. All he wanted was someone to love him and take care of him. And when she read the inscription on the plate, she understood that this dog had been waiting for his real owner to come back for 12 whole years. For 12 years, he hadn't given up hope. Every day he waited for the person who had engraved the plate to come back and take him home. And when the worker realized this, she felt terrible. She thought, how could I have been so insensitive? This dog isn't just sitting here because he wants attention. He's hoping for a reunion that will never happen. From that day on, she made it her mission to make sure he got lots of love and attention. She also made sure that he knew that even though his owner might never come back, he was loved and that someday he would find a new home. And her efforts paid off. Soon enough, a couple came in who didn't just want to take him home. They wanted to give him the life he deserved. They took him on walks, played with him, and gave him all the love he needed. And today, he lives in a wonderful home and gets to spend his days playing with other dogs. If you like this video, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.